Welcome back to the DR Speed YouTube channel. As you can see, we've made some progress. I didn't film a whole lot of it. I'm just trying to get it done. It's still obviously not done, but called Dirty Dingo. They got me the right bolts, except for this. I don't know what to do with that, but it's spaced. I think it's gonna work. It looks weird, but I'll sort that out later. I got my power steering set up. That's an ICT billet and mount with a Jones Racing pump. It's all like 2011 Corvette stuff. Everything's fit. The alternator fits. Got the firewall painted. It looks better. You know, I'm not a painter, but it looks better. Headers are in. Plumbing is done. Wiring is 85% done. I've just got the fans left to go over here and tidy that up. I got this upper radiator hose. It's ICT billet branded for a Gen 1 Camaro, 67 to 69 or whatever they are. Fits perfect-ish. It's like an 1/8 inch too long, but it fits. I'm happy. It's gonna be a pretty good angle for filling up the radiator. It's not gonna have the same problems a normal truck swap does where you gotta like put coolant in the top of the tube. It should do that automatically. Intake is bolted, fuel line's on, the brake booster line is on. You know, floor is still cut out. Wiring's going on. Almost done. Just got the fan wiring left, and then that'll be about it. My floor panel piece finally came in after a great deal of waiting, but I've test fit it. It fits pretty good. They said there'd be slight floor modifications, and they were not kidding when they said slight, or my truck is weird, but I'll have to do something over in this corner a little bit. But other than that, it bolts, well, it sits right up flush against everywhere. It's really impressive. So I don't know if I'm gonna bolt it in or weld it in. I haven't decided on that. I like the idea of it being removable, but then again, I like the idea of it's big enough to get rid of the little bit of rust I have in the floor right there. So I haven't decided on that yet. I will obviously update you guys. But dash is out. Whole truck is pretty much stripped. Kind of sad about it. Feels like I'm going backwards, but we're almost done. It does crank on the starter. It does not start because I've not done any of the ECM programming or anything. But it will cycle the fuel pump, and it will crank, and it built like 40 something pounds of oil pressure cranking. But so far I'm pretty happy with it. I don't like the hoses at all. I don't know what to do about that. They're close to the suspension. They don't quite touch. I feel like a zip tie action will get it away enough, but there's no way to get rid of it all, so it is what it is. I might try to figure something else out in the future, I guess. I don't know. But I'm not giving up the AC, and I'm not giving up the heat, because I do drive this thing a lot. But maybe when we get that one going, I'll drive this one less. But I'm still not giving up the AC. Heat, maybe. AC, definitely not. So I don't know if it's worth it. I'll try to figure out a way to tidy them up better one day. But I just would like to get this thing done. And like this side is much better. There's nothing over here. I've got a new hood cable. It's supposed to be longer to maybe get out of the way, not look as stupid. Radiator's back in. I bought some little covers to go here to cover all this crap, but they're heavy and they don't fit any of the AC stuff. Why a company would make something for a square body and not make it fit AC, vintage air AC, I don't understand. I don't get it. I guess it's show truck stuff, but still most show trucks have AC nowadays, unless they're just absolute trailer queens or live in Minnesota. But I don't know. We will get going and get the fans wired up and done and start putting this thing back together. That's the only wiring I have left is a fan. And I gotta make my cold air intake, quote unquote, you know. I might just draw air right out of the rust hole. Who knows? I don't know if it's gonna go this way or that way. We will see. I will update you guys when I figure all that out. This is how the engine bay is. It's pretty much finished. I've just got to start it up and get it tuned because it's severely unhappy right now due to the mass airflow sensor differences, I think. This is the cold air intake tube I built. I welded it, but it's aluminum and I don't know how to weld aluminum real good. I don't know if it's the wrong grade of aluminum, but it was not taking a weld to save my life. I don't understand what happened. This is why it's black. I was gonna like make it brushed aluminum, but I mean, it is bad. I don't even want to show you, but there we go. I don't understand what happened, but I can weld decently okay on my test pieces. But as soon as I tried to weld the tube, it went to crap. It's almost like the tube contaminated or very dirty. I cleaned it with acetone and everything. I cleaned my electrodes and my filler rod and everything. It just turned to black, crumbly junk. And I don't really understand what the heck's going on. But it's together. That's all that matters. It took a lot of grinding. About 5 hours of welding for one joint and one mass airflow sensor bung. Not my proudest moment, but here we are. Looks pretty good if you look at it real quickly, you know. Fans are wired up. There's very little wiring that you can see in the engine bay now. The ECM used to be over there, it's gone. Battery used to be here, it's gone. Rust hole still available. AC compressor stuff seems to be working out so far. You know, they said that's what I needed, so that's what I have. Intake, PCV hoses ran. All the wiring's done. Pretty much dash is back together. I've just finished the exhaust today, as you can see by it's not rusted out yet. It's coming. Floor is in. It fit pretty good. Had to put some foam around it to seal it up. I'm still not sure if I'm gonna permanently weld it in and just figure out a dipstick or do something else. Leave it like it is, I don't know. We'll just see. Probably just gonna leave it like it is because I'm really tired of messing with this thing. It's been like 2 months on what I assumed for some reason was going to be a 3-month or a 3-week project, you know. LS swapped already, pull it out, put it in, but The thing fit really good. It's wide enough I was able to cut all the rust holes out. There's still like surface rust, but the holes are gone. The floor is technically solid, but that's where we are. I'm gonna get it running and driving, and then I'll give you an update, and I guess we'll be done. Because I'm ready to drive this thing and not work on it for a while. Well, my X-pipe did not fit anymore. Sad day. I really liked the way that sounded. So I had to redo pretty much the whole exhaust. You can see the V-band clamps now. And then I had to do an H-pipe to try to connect them somehow, at least a little bit. I guess we'll see what it sounds like. If it sounds terrible, then I'll redo the whole thing again. I'll buy some good pipe. This is the same cheap Amazon pipe as I used before, so it will rust in like 12 minutes. But it's on there. I'm gonna drop it down, measure the pinion angle and the drive shaft angle and make sure it's okay, and then move on. Finally got the drive shaft back and in, and the rear yoke changed. It's been an absolute fiasco with the drive shaft. I don't understand what the heck is going on, but whatever. It's back, it's in, it fits. We'll see if it breaks. I don't know. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. You can see this is where I mounted my battery. It's kind of, you know, straight under the passenger door. I don't know. It's as far back as I could get it. There's some rivets right there I didn't want to take out, and would have interfered. And I didn't want to put it like all the way back here, because I felt like it would have got splashed more by tire, water and stuff. So that's where I stuck it. Who knows? Might be all right. I used the cheap little Summit regulator with AN fittings. We'll see how long that lasts. I'm fully prepared to be disappointed and buy a regulator and filter separately. But everything is in now. Had to change the tran pan gasket because it was leaking a little bit. I don't know if they took it off when they took the engine out and drained it or what, but it's not a big deal. I got the factory shift linkage to work for now. I've not drove it yet. I put it in gear, it goes in gear, but I've not drove it yet. Got all the wiring tidied up. It's like a short little weird jumper thing. Can't really hide that nowhere. But everything's tied up. Trans cooler lines are ran. Grill's back together. Well, we are officially done, I would say. I put about 150 miles on it so far. Drove back and forth to work all week. Took it to some lunches and dinners and stuff. Still some stupid stuff like this I gotta replace. I have a longer one. I'm just not gonna put in right now. Tired. But everything's going good so far. I just like nut and bolt checked the thing. I've got it tuned good enough to drive at the moment. And everything's working. AC's working. I just added a little bit. It's just only been, 5 years. I think one of my crimps is leaking a small amount, but we'll see. Just got to pretty much get it professionally tuned eventually. But for now, it drives pretty good. It's getting decent mileage. And I'm really happy with everything. I really enjoy the 6-speed automatic. It's really changed the truck, and extra almost 100 horsepower is probably a lot to do with that, but I really like the transmission. I like the way it shifts. I like the way it acts. It's like really good. But the only thing I'm not in love with is the pedal position. It's kind of high for me. I'm only 6'4". I have long legs, so I'm going to modify it one day, but for now it's fine. I'm tired of jacking with it. The transmission hump is in, and my weird aftermarket carpet that was in here before fits over it. I don't think my new carpet will, but once again, I have not tried. I am tired of dealing with it. Gonna just drive it and enjoy it for a little bit and then move on. It's running really good. It's pretty warm. It's got, pretty good oil pressure. About 185 degrees. Charging. Tack works. Speedo works. Time is wrong. I need to fix that. AC is blowing nice and cold. Dash is back in. Seats back in. Everything is back together how it should be. The factory shifter is working really good. No issues so far with my linkage. Floor is full of sand. Gotta get a running start, get over the hump. Driving video. I got it back sitting right the way it used to sit, maybe a hair lower all the way around, but super happy with everything. Sounds pretty good without the X pipe, probably not as good as with an X pipe, but it sounds plenty good. It doesn't do any clapping noise like some of the trucks do, but anyway, that's gonna do it. I'm out here getting sunburned, but thanks for watching, and see what we get into next video. I don't even know what I'm gonna work on, but we'll find something.